Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way.
Other way. No, what is this called? Before the 90 day.
Replay.
We're back. It's
We
another
are back.
season.
Yeah, so this is Before the 90 Days Season 5, Episodes 1 and 2. How's it going?
Oh, it's been a busy few days and weeks and such. So excuse our late episode, but we're here.
I mean, we're not going to lie. We were at the snow. It was kind of great.
Yeah, we took a little cabin trip, guys.
So, it'd be like that sometimes.
But it's okay. We're here now. We're here now for you. And so where do you want to start? Go, let's talk about.
Well,
Okay,
we
so
have
what's the name of the episode?
7 brand new couples that we get to basically discuss very poorly for the next 12 weeks. Why don't we start with the top of the episode with Alina and Caleb?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, we have Arizona's finest. Caleb is the hippie wizard monk we've been missing from the 90-day multiverse, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's made a connection with our token 90-day country of Russia in Alina, no relation to Alina of 90 Day the Other Way, who is also went to Turkey. So, if this wasn't already confusing, it's like we're talking about the same people.
That's why I assigned that couple to you. I was like, since you've already been talking about an Alina in Turkey,
I'm primed for an Alina in Turkey.
Yes.
But instead of Antalya, we're going to Istanbul this year. So, we meet Alina. She's beautiful. She's creative. And she sings in a band with songs that include the lyrics, "My pussy's got Wi-Fi."
I was wondering what she was saying.
Oh, I could see it from their mouth.
Really?
There was nothing else.
Okay, wow. All right.
Nothing else. But we should look it up. I want to see that whole performance.
Uh-huh.
But it wouldn't be a 90-day show without some drama. And the catch this season is Alina is a little person. And although she and Caleb have known each other for 13 years through social media, this season we'll find out if love truly does conquer all. So the two agreed to meet up in Turkey to start their before the 90-day journey, because they're not trying to get married yet. Apparently they've had a very deep connection, which they've been fostering as friends, but are ready to take their relationship to the next level. So this is a first for Caleb, who has never been with a differently abled person. And Alina is rightfully worried that he might just see her and be like, ew, and run away. Alina tells her parents that she's leaving to meet Caleb in Turkey, and they basically flip out. They bring up a past meetup, which she tried to do with a South African guy that eventually didn't work out. And to appease her parents' disapproval with this meetup, she is going to bring her bandmate / roommate / I think he kind of likes her, even though he's a little bit gay, friend.
I know, I was going to say.
Elijah. Elijah might
very interesting character.
Oh, Elijah is going to be he's going to be the wrench that you throw in this machine. And I am here for it. I'm all over this. I cannot wait for his opinionated opinions. It's going to be a great season for these two. I can already tell in my heart of hearts. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Why? What do you see?
Well, first of all, Caleb is fucking weird, guys. I mean, I'm getting like we know Steven was weird, but this dude is like, he's weird in a way that's like wizards and magic and like the mystical like portal shit. You know what I mean? Like Steven was weird because he loved Jesus a lot, but he was like,
No.
I love Jesus, but also let me do the things that make me look really bad for loving Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
But Caleb is like, dude, he's like a grand wizard of some kind. But like, just a little mysterious wizard.
Well, that's the thing. I think like he's very similar to Steven because he comes from like he's a Mormon, right? Like he was at a Mormon upbringing.
Is he?
They said Christian, so they didn't outright say Mormonism.
Okay. But anyway, like a strict religious household. And so like instead of becoming like a deviant like Steven, he became like a ultra namaste man kind of
like
guy.
the guru. I love it so much. Well, see, here's a thing that's different. He's not preaching to us about like how he needs to be Christian, how he lives his life all Christian. He acknowledges it, but he's also going to do whatever he wants. But I guess the better question is, do you guys like Elijah? Because, guys, I feel like he's going to start some shit. I can see it. I can see it. I love
Elijah. I love that he's coming on the trip and he is part of the story. From the moment he was there in the apartment, like helping her do things, I was like, man, this guy, he's a character. Where did they find these people? This is perfect. This is gonna be a great season.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Elijah is gonna drive the story. It's gonna be fantastic because who doesn't love a third wheel?
Totally agree.
William, thoughts on best friend Elijah?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm glad he's there to he's supposedly supposed to protect her, but he might use that role to like do something else, manipulate the situation in his favor. Who knows?
Do you guys sense like the way that they talk to each other, like these Russians, feels very American.
Mm-hmm. I
right?
agree.
It's like talking to your friends. You're like, oh, beach. It was very that.
It was. I agree.
Well, I mean, so the episodes are a little bit truncated, so there's not a lot happening yet. So we'll tackle episode 2 since we're a week behind. But in episode 2, we watched them pack side by side. And what I noticed was Alina is packing things to try to look cute for Caleb. And Caleb's like packing tarot cards and like protein powder. So we can already see the disconnect. And boy, are there many disconnects. Because Trouble in Paradise, Caleb books a hotel without an elevator for the differently abled person who we now have to awkwardly watch climb 2.5 flights of stairs. So Alina's pretty disappointed. She's not impressed that Caleb didn't consider her, difference in ableness. But we'll see when these two finally meet up, because the day of Caleb's arrival has come, and Alina tells Elijah to come with her to the airport because she can't do that alone. But she also wants him to leave as soon as possible because she needs that time for him and her and Caleb. So
do you fault Caleb? Do you fault Caleb for not booking the best hotel?
I don't think he didn't book the best hotel, but I don't think he considered that there wasn't an elevator.
Yeah.
I don't really fault him for that. That's something that she already knows, that he's never been with anybody who's not able-bodied. So why didn't she just tell him, okay, make sure there's an elevator?
Yeah, because I agree. He books things as he's accustomed to. So I don't think that's in his priority of like, oh, right, I need to find things that will accommodate her.
Yeah, okay. I agree. I felt the same way. Like, she shouldn't be disappointed because she should have told him.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't know. It probably didn't even occur to him to check those kinds of things.
Yep. And I mean, like, this is Turkey, and if you're gonna book those like old hotels, I mean, you could probably expect a lot of those old style buildings are not gonna have more modern stuff.
Yeah.
He could also You could also like just switch rooms later. Like, okay, listen, we need the first floor, please. That's it.
That's true. That's using your noggin.
Yeah, just switch rooms. I had no idea what to make of Caleb because I was like, okay, is he at first? You see his pictures, he's showing off his body. Looks like he's in shape. I'm like, okay, is he like yeah, one of those travel rogue, good looking dudes exploring the world, you know, good muscular body. But the more he talks, he gives off like a nerdy, then kind of like a weird vibe. Like he's not just the free spirit, good looking traveler. He's also a little weird and nerdy.
He's a massive weirdo.
Yeah. And like, which makes him also a little bit creepy. Do you guys get a little bit of a creepy vibe from him, or is that just me?
I mean, as soon as I hear a man tell me that they're like having an out of body like alien experience and love to like draw signs that they want to represent their life, get real suspicious.
You know what that reminds me of? Well, like there's that reality TV show that was kind of based off like the Crazy Rich Asians. I don't know if it was actually called Crazy Rich Asians. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And
There's two.
Okay, go ahead.
There's two of them. I don't remember what their names are, but there's two different ones.
Okay, so I watched one of them, and one of them, like the lady's mom passed away, and so she hired somebody to come and like a spiritual guide, like to channel her mom. And the way, so when he came over, the way he channeled her was like, okay, listen, I have to like have this notepad and I have to draw, you know, I just have to scribble, like I have to draw, and this is how I channel her energy. And it was just like him with a notepad, and he was like literally just like writing scribbles, like he was like just circles and like, you know, ovals and scribbles. And he's like, okay, your mom is saying this, and she's with you, and she loves you, and she misses you. And the whole time I'm like looking at his pad, and it's just like scribbles. And maybe that's what this guy's doing.
I mean, that's kind of what he did, dude. And
yeah,
it's not like he even brought it to explain it to her. He just burned it.
Well, that's him channeling the energy, I suppose. Of
I mean, I guess I need more explanation because I didn't see how that could channel anything.
Well, I could see that. This guy, the one from the other show, he was able to, he said it helped him harness the other world.
Yeah. I mean, far be it from me to talk about things I don't know about. So
well, I know all about it by watching another reality TV show.
And so you think Caleb has magic mystical powers?
Yes. So therefore I believe that he's going in the right direction.
Also, are you allowed to read your own tarot? Because then you're just putting bias into it. And I just don't feel like that's an accurate reading.
I know, right? What if you what if you lay it out 10 times? You know, I don't like this one. Let me do it again.
Exactly. I'm like, come on, dude. Come on, fraud. Well, we'll see what his magical mystical powers are.
Okay, wait. Let me add my other 2 cents. I recently got my tarot cards read at a Christmas party. And then she's all like, okay, does that make sense? Does that resonate with you? And it's like, I'm not really sure. Well, if it doesn't feel complete, you can pull another card. So it's like, okay.
What the heck?
So, yeah.
This is made up.
Yeah.
You know how Miss Cleo went to jail? That's what this is.
So like basically I'll just keep pulling cards until she says what I want her to say.
Yeah. Isn't that what it is? I mean, how many people have we seen on this show that get their like cards read and their fortunes told because they tell them exactly what they want to hear?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he's looking for. He's, you know, I guess, I don't know, till he finds the right answer he wants.
That's right. It's like, oh, these cards are not resonating with my current future and my trajectory. And so I feel like the universe is telling me to draw more until it makes sense.
Okay, wait, what was the friend's name again? Elijah?
Yeah.
do you think the 90-Day Fiance was like, this guy is amazing. You have to bring him. Do you think they forced that couple to bring him?
I sure hope so, because he's awesome.
Like, was that always part of the plan?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
He's pretty great. I really wish that was like part of the contract.
It's because of her bad experience with the South African guy, right? Like that's why the parents they wanted him to come along.
How many wrenches are they gonna throw this girl? I mean, come on. She's already differently abled. And they want to bring like another thing to like screw this relationship. Like sabotaging them.
You never know. Maybe he'll actually bring them together because he won't have to do all the hard work that she needs help with. And he'll be there to help with that.
He's gonna teach him what to do.
Yes.
So I wish he teaches him different things.
Wow.
That was a good joke. Yeah.
A throuple.
That was a implication.
You know what? I'll take anything from them. I don't care. They don't have anything to lose. They don't have kids. They don't have like anything, serious going on that would be a terrible disaster. So whatever happens, I'm down. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's think about it this way. This is the most normal couple of the season.
They've known each other for 13 years.
13
for goodness sake.
fucking years. They've known each other. They've been friends for a really long time. Both of them are like stable, I guess, kind of in their lives. They have a path and a trajectory that they're following. They don't really have baggage. The weirdest thing about them is she's a little person. Come on. This is a normal couple.
This is a normal couple. But she's not even only just a little person. She's an extraordinary little person who has done more with her life than myself.
Girl, she's a model. She's a singer. And she's a pretty good singer.
Yes.
Those harmonies, Alina. That sounds pretty good.
She's into burlesque modeling also. Go, bitch.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful face. She's got big boobs. She's
smart.
She's super smart. Yeah.
She doesn't sound disillusioned at all.
If TLC is trying to get me to laugh because this is a little person, they got another thing coming. I'm gonna riot. And I'm rooting for this person so much.
I don't think that's their intention because they showed like so many great things about her. So in fact, they showed him to be more weird.
Because he is weird.
Yeah, he had a full-on leather couch outside.
That's what I'm saying. I was like Alina is the most normal person in this whole show.
Okay.
It's true. I think it's him. He's going to be the reason of all the issues. That's what I feel like.
But he did mention like the logistics of it. You can't kiss and do it at the same time.
Which, you guys, I never thought about that.
Yeah. Right? That is
kind
of interesting.
You just have to blow kisses and stuff.
Girl, it's one or the other. It's one or the other.
Right? It's okay. Every relationship, there's some kind of sexual sacrifice. So, right? Yeah.
I mean, is it this much of a sacrifice?
Some are like, oh, don't touch my butt. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
All right. Speaking of weird couples, you want to move on to the next one, Will?
Sure. So do we want to do Kimberly and Usman?
Is that your weirdest couple?
AKA Soulja Boy.
Soulja.
Of the return of Soulja.
Okay, let's get started then. So we meet Kim, who is this middle-aged woman, a little bit past middle age, like 51. She loves Michael Jackson, which shows her love for music, right? That's a foreshadowing there. And she just comes off as, a giver. She has a son, Jamal, that she really loves. She takes care of her elderly mom, who needs a lot of help from her. She's like pretty much her 24/7 caretaker, right? And then we see her singing in the car. She's singing one of Usman's songs, something, something, lover, lover, woman, woman, something, something.
Okay.
She's super
if
into
you're going to
it.
cite songs, I'm going to need you to try a little bit harder next week.
Okay, I'll try. I couldn't
Wants
get it.
lyrics.
I couldn't get it.
I want lyrics and harmony and sound bites of if I'm going to give you a performance, I expect the same in return.
Okay, I'll try. But anyway, so we find out that she meets the love of her life, Soldier Boy, on social media, and it turns out he's somebody that we already know. He was on a previous 90-day, except that they don't really talk about it or allude to it. They just kind of pretend he's brand new. But we all know that he was there before, right?
I didn't know this. Well, mostly because I never watched 90 Day Fiance before we did this.
Mhm.
So what was his deal? Was that his storyline? Was that he married that older American woman that didn't work out?
So we didn't do that episode. We didn't cover it. Like
we didn't watch that season.
Okay, the baby girl Lisa.
No, I don't think so.
No, we don't.
Oh man, baby girl Lisa, she was so bad. She was just as bad, almost just as bad as Angela, if not worse. Actually, I think she was worse.
Really?
Yes, but she was like in the same lane as Angela. So if you can imagine, yeah, they didn't work out. She was really jealous, crazy. She was bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it. All you have to think of is Angela. Okay.
Yeah, how come they're not acknowledging her in this season?
Right, which is interesting. I did think it was weird that they're kind of introducing him as a whole new character, almost. I don't know why.
Is she the one where he took her to visit his mom?
I think so. I don't remember like a ton about it. I think
But she was like really old too, right?
Yes. She's really old. Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe this is one where we didn't watch the whole season, but anyway, I kind of vaguely remember that. But yeah, so we see from her like that she really loves her mom, and she has had really bad luck with men. And so she's kind of desperate for this to be like her time. That's what she says multiple times. Like this is her time to be happy, right? And so she meets up with her friends, and her friends naturally, of course, like all the friends on the show are like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you going to go to this foreign country and marry this person you've never met before, who's super young? And it just really just does not make sense at all. And then she starts crying. She gets super defensive and starts crying and is like, I believe in love. I believe in us, I don't care about, that I'm going to go to watch this music video called Zara about this other lady. I just haven't really asked him about it, but apparently it's another woman's name, but it's fine.
She doesn't know that, right?
She doesn't know exactly, but she knows it's a woman's name.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, because her friends were like, isn't that like a woman's name? And then it was the awkward silence. And she's like, can't you guys just be happy for me? And she got all defensive about it.
Yeah. But what's really crazy is that like this shows how desperate she is. She says that if he wanted to have a second wife and have kids, she'd be okay with it. As long as she's the first wife, she doesn't care. And then she's like, he said you're amazing. That's what he said about me. And then the friends are like, yeah, because you're letting him have a second wife.
That's
just like
awkward.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't really know what to do with that. That's a lot.
With this crazy lady. I want to say she loves love, but I just feel like she really wants to be in love rather than love.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just feel like she's clout chasing if this is a guy that's already been on the show and she's seen those episodes.
It's a possibility. But we can tell that she really does love music. So the fact that he's a musician, I could see that she really loves him and like wants to believe it's her time. That's what she says. It's her time. She waited her whole life. She's had bad luck with dudes. Like her mom said that she is like a giver and she just wants to be whatever the man wants. And that's pretty much, again, what she's doing with Usman. Like the fact that she's willing to let him have a second wife. Like she's just desperate for love, She's a giver. So
she is a giver. I just really want to like her so bad because she's so like likable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll reserve my judgment for like the terrible things that she does does over the season.
Yeah.
Right. I agree that like right now she does seem really likable. I think she sees all the red flags. She knows they're there. That's why she like cries and gets defensive. Even when her mom talks about it. When her mom talks about it, she cries. Her friends talks about it, she cries. And she's like, it's my time. When will it finally be my time? But she knows that it's a rocky road probably to them actually being together. And they're not even going to stay in the same room together. And he hasn't even really called her his girlfriend, right?
Yeah. Well, we get to see in the next episode, we get to meet Usman and see his perspective on things. So apparently, for Usman, for his side, he was talking to a whole another girl named Zara. But Zara didn't like all the girls in his DM, so he stopped talking to her. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I have Kimberly, so I guess I just focus on her.
Yes, because she's super accepting of other women, possibly.
Yeah. He said himself he's not in love with her, but he loves her personality and her kindness, her loyalty, but he's not in love with her. And that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what you say about someone that you would potentially have, I don't know, a marriage with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the lady's trying to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he at least, I hope she gets laid at least.
It does
Yeah.
not seem like it will happen for her.
Really? You don't think he'll act, he won't even give her a lay? He was with that other lady who was old.
We saw some episodes where she's like, why won't you have sex with me?
Oh, we did? Oh, shoot. Yeah. That sucks.
And then he like walks out of the room.
Then she needs to go after one of his friends or something.
Yeah.
She wants him. She wants that Soulja Boy magic.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I hope he gives it to her eventually. She deserves it at least for making that flight.
Oh, I know.
She deserves it.
Oh.
She deserves the right to his body.
Deserves it.
Yeah.
Deserves.
I mean, essentially, she is his backup, and he just wants somebody who's like submissive and supportive, like unlike his ex-wife. And it seems like she's perfect for that. If all that she wants is like some D and then some lovey-doveyness, and that's fine. Like I feel like it'll work out. Especially since she's like willing to do so much,
Right. But the friends also said, like, what? You're willing to accept another woman? Like, I don't think you really know how you're going to feel until you're in that situation. And it seems like that might be a problem in future episodes.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't it seem like she was like, wait, you brought me here with another woman? A video about another, something like that, right? I saw some kind of sneak preview about that. So I don't know. She may not be as supportive as he thinks she is.
He should just change the name to Kimberly.
Right?
He's not even talking to Zara anymore. So it doesn't make any sense.
No, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that song is so stupid now.
Yeah. Unless he's trying to win her back.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys think Zara was hot?
I mean,
an upgrade from what he's been having, I feel like.
Yeah. She's on par with Kim.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Kim is so much older.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just made me think of like Angela and Michael's arguments of like Mako chasing big booty Nigerian girls. Oh, that's them. Those are them.
Wait, was Zara from America?
She's American.
Oh, I know, but I'm just laughing.
Yeah, I mean it ends with Kim like after her 27-hour flight to Tanzania, and she's like still trying to on her way to go meet Michael. I don't know how it's going to be. I'm interested. I'm curious about this couple because they're like it could be really good or really really bad.
I think it's gonna be really, really bad. But good
Me
thing it's
too.
only 2 weeks for Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this going to be a short season? Because all their trips are like 2 to 3 weeks long.
Well, I think they for other seasons, like when one couple kind of dipped out, there was like another one that took their place. So maybe that's why there's 7 this season. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Right. So maybe one of these couples they don't make it. how how surprising for 90 Day Fiance.
This
They
is
don't make it.
before the 90 days anyway.
Before.
The
That's
expectation
true.
was that they won't make it.
Okay.
This
All
one
right.
is a little bit more sad. Like they do have something to lose, and that I feel bad for Kim and that she's had a rough history in relationships and she seems to really, 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 really want to be with somebody. So if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna feel sad for her.
Yeah. Me
I
too.
mean, all the couples seem sad.
Really? No, I don't mind about the Caleb and Alina one.
Okay, not them. They're the most normal one. But like the other one, the firefighter, his story's pretty sad. And then
Real.
Gino's pretty sad. Everybody's story is so sad.
Wait, what's wrong with Gino?
Gino has never been like in love, and he's 51 and wants to start a family.
Well, no, he
And
had.
this
No,
lady-
he got a divorce. He was
I
married.
know, and he never got his fucking children. And
Okay,
now
wait.
he's with someone who's like not gonna give him kids.
Well, they talk about it. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Gino.
Wait, are we done? Because we haven't decided that.
Okay, are we done with Will's couple?
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on to Gino because they had a big part.
I know. I was like, man, there's a lot about Gino.
Yeah. Also, I hate them the most. So go on.
Really? Okay. All right. So Gino's
Her. I hate her the
52.
most.
I felt that way too in the beginning until they did her focus. And I was like, I don't know. All right. Gino is 52 and he's trying to hook up with Jasmine, who's 34 from Panama. And he's only known her for 9 months, but he's like ready to have a family with her and marry her when he goes there. Okay. He's been divorced. Like he was married and he got divorced 7 years ago. And his father passed away last Christmas. So the most important, like his uncle is now like his father. And they're very hesitant about him going to Panama and making these big decisions of marrying Jasmine, because they also find out that he's paying for a lot of things for Jasmine, like her boobs and her lips and her nails and her hair and her eyebrows, etc., etc. And then we see like video chats of him and Jasmine's very jealous. She seems like a very outgoing, spicy. I'm going to use all the stereotypes that they use for like Spanish Latinas.
For Latin.
Yeah, for Latin. Spicy,
Yeah.
untamable, sexy.
Dig deep. Follow those roots.
Right.
I mean, it's what she said. She herself
She
said
did
it.
say herself. That's true. All of those stereotypes that they say, that's Jasmine, all right? Okay.
Girl, even her friend was like, "You loca."
I know. That was funny. It's like that's psycho.
Yeah. Because she basically says, like, okay, so we'll get there. But as he's FaceTiming her, he's like trying to pick up food. And then she's like, I want to see the evidence. Take me with you. Like, show me everything. Okay. Then he goes to the restaurant and she's like, show me the girl. Then he shows her the girl. And then as he's leaving, he's like, oh, can I get your name? And she's like, Brittany. And he's all right, thanks, Brittany. And he's like, why did you ask for her name? Why? And she gets really like upset about it. She said she doesn't trust men, like in her history. I guess it's been bad. She also has 2 kids, 2 little boys. Anyway, we get that impression that Gino is a very nice guy and Jasmine is high maintenance. So he flies to Panama and then we see Jasmine's like intro, which is basically all the things that we talked about. She says herself. It shows her like in some high-rise apartment with like a pool, looking all made up and beautiful with beautiful views. So I don't know. Looks like she's doing well for herself, or Gino's helping her do well. What do you guys think?
Yeah, is American Lit paying that much in Panama?
Yeah.
Because I don't even know they spoke English there.
Right. Maybe they don't. And that's why she says she's very smart too. Like she's not just a bod. Okay. She's also very smart because she studied she knows English and she teaches English lit. And she's just looking for someone like Gino who's very different from her past relationships, because she's had a rough time. And she also thinks that all men are cheaters. It doesn't matter if you're like the best wife or woman in the whole world, okay? They're all cheaters. So you have to keep a close eye on them. The way she's going to be doing with Gino, okay? He can't even say hi to another girl. He can't be nice to another woman. He can't look at another. He can't even breathe close to one.
You know what I have to say about that?
Huh?
You know what I have to say about that?
What?
Even Jesus had temptation.
Even Jesus had women friends. Right?
It's true.
So her friend comes, so they're going to get an apartment because she has a roommate and they need time to, get the boom boom on. So she invites her friend over to help decorate it. And she tells her friend all of her like jealousies. And her friend's like, oh, Jasmine, she gets angry very easily. She calls her psycho. And she's like, it's going to be an interesting few weeks. So even her friend already knows that Jasmine cray.
Well,
The
I mean,
understatement of the century.
I know. I feel like the reason why she's cray is like probably her personality, just in general. But then like since she's been betrayed, it's like amped up like at times 100, and then like with how she's relating that to her relationship with Gino, I feel like there's like nothing he could do ever that will satisfy her with that amount of cray. You know what I mean? Like there's no way. Even if he like looks at a woman, like if he goes to the dentist and the dentist is a woman, like she's gonna be pissed. You know what I mean? So like there's
such a good point.
There's nothing he can do that will like satisfy that kind of like mentality. So like it's gonna be a disaster, I feel like. And he's naive. He's like, I hope she'll grow out of it. And it's like, no, man, she's not.
She's loca.
He seems like such a nice guy.
No,
He
I
does.
agree. I just want to hug him. He's so nice.
Yeah.
He's like seems like nice and like naive.
Right.
And
Right.
Jasmine is gonna destroy him.
You guys, are we just gonna gloss over the fact that they do baby talk?
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Because how did that really make you feel? I die inside.
I
a
would
little
die
bit.
too.
Me
It's
too.
it's so bad. And then when they go, me, I'm like, oh God, kill me now.
Who's my little green?
Oh God, don't do it. I hate it. I hate it.
Who's my spicy Latina?
No, stop. God, I'm cringing so hard.
That is really bad.
That is super bad. I can't believe it.
Oh, I forgot to talk about his hat thing. He also, I guess, is losing his hair, so he wears a hat all the time. But he looks like he already shaved his head bald. Like he might as well just shave it. He didn't look that terrible.
He already looks bald, yeah.
Yeah, like he already looks like he shaved it bald. But for some reason, he doesn't want to take off the hat.
Uh-huh.
Like, you might as
It's
well just take
okay.
it off.
Everything's coming off tonight. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, yes. Okay, so he arrives in Panama, and then basically they're all over each other. She doesn't seem deterred by his looks or anything.
So do you think it's true love? Because she looks like she genuinely likes him.
It's true, she does actually.
I agree.
Because
She
otherwise,
does.
she's a really good actress.
Mm-hmm. And she looks like she's genuinely like upset and jealous when if she suspects him talking to another female. Like you can see the cray in the eye.
Oh, it's there.
It's strong.
Burning deep in her soul.
Yeah. Oh yes, and also we forgot to bring up that he brought the special blue pill to try to keep up with her.
That
and he tried
online.
it. Yeah, he tried it and it works. So Hopefully they have a good time. You know, I'm happy for him.
Same.
I like
If-
this couple. I'm happy for him. I hope he gets at least great love making.
At
If
minimum,
anything.
I would want that for him.
And she'll have really fresh breath as well.
Right, because he brings her an electric toothbrush as a gift.
That's a weird gift. He's
And,
so old.
But she accepts it with grace. She's like, "Oh, you think of everything."
Yes, so sweet.
That's a nice thing to say.
Yeah. Right. So I feel like that's why I don't totally hate her, because she does seem like she actually really likes him.
Uh-huh.
And she seems crazy, but like what you were saying, Will, that's probably her personality originally, like very hyper extroverted, out there person. And it's just that she was hurt previously, which brings out the cray, the extra cray in her.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
the
lot of cray, though.
Yeah.
A lot.
And she ends up with somebody who's like so nice. That's a problem. You know what I mean?
But maybe that's like the yin yang that she's supposed to have.
Maybe. I don't know.
It feels like one of those like super powerful women with a pushover guy.
Yeah.
What do you think he needs to do to make this relationship work?
Get out of it.
Escape.
Because he seems like it seems like he really likes her. And she could offer him so many great things, things he's never experienced before.
It just seems like he's happy with the way things are. Like maybe she could turn down the jealousy and he would be 100% happy with it. But it's like he's 99.5% there.
I think if he can just, like when she's going crazy, like what we see in the other episodes, if he can just like kind of ignore it and just kind of downplay it in his mind and not make it a big deal, then it might work out. What do you think? Like she's like going crazy. Are you looking at that woman? And just yelling. And then he'll just be like, "No, honey, I love you," and just be his normal naive self. And I think it could work out.
He does that now.
Yeah. So if he continues that.
Oh, it continues to do it. God, that would be exhausting. I would be exhausted.
I know, but he seems to be very patient and nice. So I don't know. Let's see if he could keep it up.
Well, the good thing is he will probably die before her, so doesn't have to put up with it for that long.
But he looked like he was grabbing her up in that cab, and they looked like they were ready to go. Mm-hmm. They're ready to have a great time.
Yeah, that's true. Good for him.
Yes. At least he'll get that.
He paid for all that, he get his money's worth.
It was an investment.
It was an investment.
You know what she really reminds me of though is I think she's like a better version, but of like Larissa. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
All I know of Larissa is, "You stupid bitch."
No, it's
you bitch.
You have no morals.
You have no morals, you bitch.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. They're like another form of that couple.
Yeah.
Oh, Colt is awful though.
I know, that's the thing. Like, but in the beginning, he seemed like this guy. He seemed kind of like a nice guy, nice dorky guy, and then we later find out he's like a really like terrible.
There might be a secret waiting for us this season because she storms out at him.
Right.
Is that on during the phone thing?
No, it was like later in one of the episodes for the next on, like, or this season on. And she like freaks out and cries and she's like, you broke my heart. And then he said something to the effect of like, I wish I would have told her or something like that.
Oh, maybe he's talking to other girls.
Oh God.
Steven all over the place.
Is this Steven at 51?
I can't imagine that being the case. I don't think so.
Who knows?
I think it's probably something lame. Like the ex-wife called him once for paperwork, and then she like freaked out.
I agree. Yeah. That's also what happened is they're in a communication. Maybe he's helping her out or checking in on her during COVID.
Right. All right. And that's what's going on in that couple. I'm actually excited to see where this one goes. There's not much to lose here either. If it doesn't work out, at least he had a great time in the sack. So that's it.
All right. So let's move on to Mike and Ximena.
Ximena.
All right. So we meet Mike. Kind of reminds me of Gino, like a little naive kind of guy. So he's an IT support guy. He's a volunteer firefighter. He seems like a good guy.
He's like a good guy.
Yeah, you find out that like he hasn't been in a relationship or been with a woman for like 20 years, not since high school. And he's kind of like an introvert, just keeps to himself. And he's also the kind of guy that's like, well, just like Kim, he's like, it's his time. It's his. I feel like with a lot of these people that makes them do these like rash decisions and ignore all these red flags, it's when they've had like a long like time of like loneliness or like bad luck. And like they come to this point where like, I don't care. I want love. I'll do whatever it takes.
Also, it's like, it doesn't take much for them to love these people. They're like, they wish me good morning every day consistently for the last 2.5 months. And I think this is true love. You're like, okay. Crazy.
What's up with these men that they've been seeing? I don't know.
I know.
Or this is looking really bad on American men.
This is all
and
it
women,
takes
I
now.
suppose.
No, I guess I just have to send good morning texts.
There you go. Exactly.
Which, to be fair, I do fall off after a month.
There you go. See?
Point. Oh no. Is it working?
Why do you need a good morning text? Can you just like look at my old good morning text?
Yeah,
no. I want to know that you're on somebody's mind, okay? How can you be in a relationship and not talk to each other every single day?
Do you want to talk to someone every single day?
Yes, because what are you doing? You might be cheating.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
You might be cheating.
You are Latin.
I'm sending somebody else a good morning text. So
I know. It's like you can send your boss a good morning text, but not me.
Yeah, exactly. It's possible.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's there's like an archetype because also Mike, he lives with his dad and his grandfather, and he helps like his dad take care of his grandfather. So he's also a giver, just like Kim.
Yes, he is. And like Gino. I said Gino doesn't like live with anybody, but
Yeah, so there's like a certain personality type that is so ready to fall in love with somebody that they've never met and is willing to risk it all for them. You know what I mean? Especially since, like especially it's weird with Mike because he met Ximena online, and she doesn't speak English, and he doesn't really speak Spanish. They don't really speak the same language, so how could they fall in love?
Translation apps, man. It's really good now.
I guess he said she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
That's how they fall in love.
That's all you have to say.
That's
all it
it.
takes.
Yeah,
that's it.
I guess. And so, we see him interact with his younger brother, who his younger brother says he often feels like the older brother because he's had more life experience. And Mike is kind of just like naive, and he's like a little bit irresponsible because he doesn't have that experience. And I feel like the little brother gives him a lot of good advice. Like, you should be really sure that you want to marry somebody before you propose. And we find out that Mike already has a ring. He's ready. He's ready for love. And he's ready to be a stepdad to him and his kids.
God, kill me now.
Yes. Yes. I love this season.
Why?
I love this season. Give it to me.
He's ready. It's his time. He says the words. It's my time.
Guys, I don't feel good being an American. This is our representation.
Come on, there's a lot of lonely people. This is the new age now. This is what they say about our generation.
It's true. I've listened
to
multiple
What? We're just trying to marry everyone we meet?
No, I listened to multiple podcasts about loneliness. It's not the whole podcast what it's about, but it's like they have episodes on it, Freakonomics, they did an episode on loneliness. There's an epidemic.
See, we're more connected than ever, but yet more lonely than ever.
Okay, I could agree with all that, but trying to marry someone right away,
it's
you're
his
gonna be
time.
extra lonely when they take all your money.
You said that's the risk you got to take, I guess.
Oh God, kill me now.
They're trying to fill a void.
Love is love. Kim kept saying that, right? Love is love. Love is love.
That's just because of the age thing.
Love is love. Well, they don't speak the same language. Whatever. Love is love.
I guess.
But anyway, I mean, he goes to the toy store to buy presents for him and his kids, and he brings his friends along because they have a kid and they have experience with kids, I guess. And when they're buying the presents, the shopkeeper, the old lady, she asks him, "So who's this? Who's this for?" And then Mike says, "It's for this. It's for my girlfriend's kids that I've never met." And the shopkeeper's like, "Yo, that's weird. Like, that's not good. I mean, if anything, at least I hope he gets a good cup of coffee because he's going to Colombia."
That's the only thing they're known for. Is Colombian coffee.
But then, like, the kids, I'm not the kids, the friends are like, "Mike, can we talk to you for a second?" And then they go off and they tell like it is. And like that in that, what is it, like that East Coast accent? They tell like it is. And the other friend's like, "How do you know that she doesn't have all these other dudes out there just like, acting like an ATM?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that impression, Will. You guys can see his face.
And then they have their own separate like interview, and then the friend is like, "Yo, this is like red flag warnings, warning, like the government, red tape, everything, This is weird." And then they're like, "She's milking him." That's what I think. She's milking him for his money to come here. And it's like, they're saying everything that we're thinking. You know what I mean?
But really, all he did was buy her a washing machine or something, right?
Well, he's paying her rent too.
Oh, he paid her rent?
Yeah, he said rent, washing machine, and something else.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I missed the rent one.
Refrigerator.
Those could be seen as like goodwill gestures, helping out a friend.
You're going to pay your... Okay, hello, friend. Can you pay my rent?
Are you rich?
I'm your friend, though. Do it for the goodwill.
No.
Your heart.
I mean, Ximena is poor.
Okay, well. All right.
I think also he probably has a complex because his younger brother is taller and better looking.
Isn't that so crazy? The difference between the two of them?
Yeah.
Is that only the two of them? I thought there were three brothers.
There's three, but we didn't see the other one in person.
That's genetics, man.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, he really got like.
Oh gosh, can you imagine? DNA. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, you got two tall, handsome brothers, and then you get like the leftover DNA, and you're the oldest. That sucks.
Yeah, it skipped him.
I know.
The hair and the height skipped him.
But
it's too bad.
He's not lacking in goodness of heart.
That's true. He has a good heart.
There you go. He's the one taking care of his father and grandfather, making pancakes.
Mm-hmm. Correct. That is true.
Okay, so
it's not hard to root for. I really like Mike.
Right. And I hope that her kids aren't involved in the show either, because you know how Jasmine, her kids, they kind of ship them off somewhere else. So I hope her kids aren't show. Well, they might be, because he is getting gifts for them. I don't know. We'll see. But okay. I would say that out of all the couples, even more than Kim, I would feel bad for him if he got really hurt. And it kind of looks like that from the previews.
I mean, she outright says it, right?
Yeah. She says like, I
Yo te quiero, pero no te amo.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But maybe it could have just been in the moment, and after she spends time with him, she's like, but you know what? We can grow to love somebody, and he's a good man, and I love him. I don't know. Maybe that happens.
Could.
Yeah. Who knows? He seems like a good guy, so I have high hopes. I hope he doesn't get like too heartbroken.
No.
It's not a good sign, though.
This show, I feel like, will get them like unlimited DMs so that they can have more chances at love.
There you go. Right. Some nice lady is going to be sitting on her couch watching Mike and being like, you know what? That's my man.
Is it
And
you?
I'm his woman.
They're gonna be like, "Yo, Mike, can I get your brother's number?"
Oh, so bad.
I hope not. Mike probably had to deal with that his whole life.
I know.
Oh, I know. It's so sad.
I know. It's his. I believe it's his time too.
We all believe. We're all rooting for Mike.
All right. Yeah. So I guess we'll see, and that pretty much is like where it ends.
Wait, isn't Ximena the lady who lived with that hitman?
She says that, right?
Yeah, in one of the previews, she's like,
Oh,
I was just got out of a bad relationship. I lived with a hitman for like many years. And you're like, what the heck? A hitman? I think it's her.
Yeah, it is her.
Oh God, Mike.
Sicario.
Mike.
In Colombia? Oh hell no.
This is bad.
You know what's funny about that is like, if you ever watched Modern Family, and what is Sofia Vergara's her name of her character? I think it's Gloria, and she's from Colombia. And so she always makes jokes about how violent it is there. And so like it's just randomly she'll be like playing with a toy gun, but then she'll hit every single target super easily. It's like, what? This is my childhood.
Colombia, man. Colombia.
It's like B getting shot at in New York.
Right. Man, do you think Mike doesn't even know what he's getting into? He also seems naive.
Yeah, super naive.
Love makes you do crazy things, all right? We've learned that 5 seasons in.
Yeah. I mean, and Ximena, so let's talk about Ximena. Ximena seems like she's like a really strong. She does look like she was married or been with a hitman. Like she looks like she's a very strong, capable woman who probably would be the type to hit every single target.
Yeah.
She probably Colombian.
She probably sleeps with a gun under her pillow, a knife under the mattress, and like a hidden one in her like a harness by her foot, and she's like ready to like pew, 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 at any moment.
You know what? I kind of secretly hope she does now.
Yes, I see her doing that.
Yeah, she looked like a bad bitch.
She does. She had like a bandana on her head, and she's
tied up.
I can cook and shoot you too at the same time.
I fuck you up.
She can protect you.
That's
right.
That's what it is.
Protect and attack.
Like nobody's gonna mess with my man, Mike.
Well, that's pending. We'll see.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the last couple. I mean, they also have a lot going on, so it's not like they have the least, which is Memphis and Hamza from Tunisia. Okay. Oh, Memphis. She has like a big personality. We see her like right away. Very sexual. She's trying on lingerie and stuff for her friends.
Shaking that ass.
Yup. She got 2 kids and she's a single mom and she put herself through school all by herself. So now she's a nurse practitioner. And she's had a rough childhood. Okay. She was in the foster care system for many years. Her mom was battling addiction. Her father was in jail. And so she feels that she's always felt insecure. And the way that she can feel secure is through a relationship. And she has acknowledged that she thinks it's because of her past and her lack of maybe love from her mom and her dad. And man, so I was like, if she knows that this might be a thing, that in order for her to feel secure is to have a man, maybe she should go to therapy.
But I mean, if the man is really handsome, is that worth sacrificing therapy for?
Right? Do you think Hamza is really handsome?
Yeah, I think so.
What are your thoughts?
You guys do not?
I mean,
he's got a beautiful face.
I think he is. I was gonna say he looks better than Ziad, who's also from Tunisia.
You're right.
I love
Not
Ziad
all,
though.
not all Tunisian men look like Ziad.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
correct. He does have beautiful lips, and she's going crazy about his lips. She's ready to go to meet him. And she says she's willing to give up everything. Okay. She's going to leave her kids for 3 weeks to marry a man that she barely knows so that he can come and be the father of her kids. And she can have that family that she's always wanted. Even
It's
though,
so,
like,
it's so sad
mhm.
though, because
Mhm.
like you could tell it's like from her childhood and her upbringing that she even talks about, and like you could just take everything away. I feel like that she's worked so hard for, like the type of person that you're like kind of rooting for, and she's like come through so much to be able to become like a nurse practitioner. It's amazing. But
I
then it's still
totally agree.
there's something like in her psychology that is still affecting her so much that she's willing to throw it all away for a dude. That's when you know it's like you really gotta like go to therapy and deal with that, like those issues that from your childhood. You know what I mean?
Question:
Yes.
Hamza, Tunisia, Muslim. That doesn't affect her in any way.
I know. I'm not really sure.
I
She
mean, we've
does.
seen this show before in the form of Britney,
Right.
and we saw what a disaster that was.
Oh, I totally predict this is going to be terrible. This is going to follow in the same vein.
It's
Yeah,
kind of the same story.
yeah, it is.
Like a strong personality, very independent, going into a very misogynistic, religious-based culture. That's a recipe for disaster. They don't
also
mix.
right, and actually, at least Brittany's man, what was his name? Hazan.
Yeah,
At least he spoke English. This one he doesn't speak English at all, and all they say to each other is "sexy time."
Yeah. Also, wasn't that a whole thing with Ziad? You can't have sexy
Oh,
time,
sexy time! You're right, the sexy time.
which is why they're trying to get married, so he can have the sexy time.
So maybe that's why she's also trying to rush. I mean, besides the other things that she points out, but maybe that's also a factor that they're not talking about. That he's Muslim. Did they say he's Muslim?
We assume he is, but we haven't.
Right. We
Just
haven't
because
heard him.
she said that he can't eat pork, so they're Jewish or Muslim.
There you go. You're
yeah.
right. So she brings all of this up with her mom. They're just now repairing their relationship, and the mom is very hesitant about all of it. She questions her, but she's also in that state of mind where this is her time. This is for her.
It's everybody's
Okay?
time.
Everybody's
Yeah, it's just her time. She
That's what
deserves.
this episode should have been called. It's your
It's-
time.
Right,
It's
it's
your
my
time.
time. It's my time. But she also has a secret that she doesn't want him to find out, that with her ex-husband, she was going through a really rough time, and she really leaned on him and spent time with him for a few days, but they didn't have sex. But if he finds out about this, he's very jealous and it could ruin everything. I'm like, what? Okay, come on. Really? What did you guys think about this plot that they're trying to throw in there?
Manufacture a drama.
Yes, because they didn't even have sex. She should have just not have said that they didn't have sex.
She could have just skipped that story altogether.
Or yeah.
Doesn't change anything.
Right. That they must, I mean, come on. They sound like a bunch of drama already. Like this, they didn't need to manufacture this one. What do you guys think about this couple?
I mean, we haven't met Hamza yet, so I feel like we need to know more. But from Memphis's side, I agree. It does seem like a recipe for disaster.
Oh, she's also worried that when she meets him, that he may not be as physically attracted to her.
Weird. She's pretty.
She is with him.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. I agree.
What did her friend say? Like she's afraid that he won't be able to handle her personality or something like that. She says that Memphis can be very impulsive. And then she says one other thing about him not being able to, or like she's afraid that he might not be able to handle her personality.
She does seem like a really strong-willed person.
But she probably had to be, you know, in her life. So yeah, and I guess exactly what you said, like just like Brittany and Yazan.
Except like Brittany had a silver spoon, I think it seemed like, with her father, whereas Memphis had a really rough upbringing and had to pull herself up by her bootstraps, which is right why you really want her to succeed and meet somebody great. But it seems like she's just throwing herself into another bad situation.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Someone surely, someone in your proximity who is like equally educated as you also can provide you with like the support you need and speaks English.
Mm-hmm.
They also don't know like how he would be as a stepfather to her kids.
Is there an age gap between these two? Like a massive one?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
Isn't she immediately like planning to get married like right away?
Yes. She says she wants to get married right away.
Yeah, this is a wedding trip. This is a 90-day happily ever after episode.
Like there will be no engagement.
Yeah. The online sex time was the engagement.
That was so cringy. All of her like, I was like, why did she agree to do this? Like the lingerie stuff, and then like all of the shower scenes. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, it just makes her come off as like just being driven to this relationship for sex.
Is that maybe, yeah.
She does talk about the physical side a lot.
Right. But at the same time, she also, you know, given her history and everything and saying how she really wants a family, you know that it's also more than that. And, but it may not work out.
Yeah.
I don't know, because he does not look like somebody who's ready to be like a stepfather, personally, from his pictures and such.
Posting thirst traps on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not trying to settle down. But why would he ask to marry?
Maybe he wants sexy time. You know, just like Hazan, when he met Brittany, he was like, she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And he was just like enamored by her. And
I mean, Brittany was pretty also.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are there no other beautiful women? I guess, are they all covered up or something? So as soon as you see a woman, you're like, oh God, she's beautiful.
Right. Yes, I think so. Maybe
that's why they wear them. Also, this repression, psychological effects on people we're noticing.
Right. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, it's true. You can see the psychology of like what's happening with these people.
Yeah, they get really messed up.
And they just come to a point where, they all think it's their time.
I guess it is their time.
Is it though?
Hey, if your time is when you want it to be.
Well, I'm really excited. I actually find this season to be really entertaining when I watch it. I'm actually like thoroughly entertained by it. So I'm excited to see the next episode.
Well, we got a couple more couples left to meet. One is I forget their names. Emma and Asian Prince Johnny.
Ella and Johnny.
The pastor.
Ben and Mahogany.
Mm-hmm.
Who
appears to have gotten stood up at the airport.
Yeah, so we'll see. But in any case, thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so whenever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. And with that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.